Helius Medical Technologies, a developer of non-invasive neuromodulation devices for neurological gait disorders, went public in 2021 and saw its share price soar to over $20. Since then, however, it's been all downhill for HSDT. And last week, news of a $9.1 million capital raise sent the stock tumbling over 22%. So what makes this company unique? How big is its addressable market? And is now the time to buy the dip? Let's dive in to find out. For those unfamiliar with Helius, the company's flagship product is called the PoNS device. PoNS stands for Portable Neuromodulation Stimulator, and as the name suggests, it's a small, handheld device that provides mild electrical stimulation to the tongue via an oral mouthpiece. This tongue stimulation activates neuroplasticity in the brain when combined with physical therapy to improve walking and balance in people suffering from neurological gait disorders. Some examples include multiple sclerosis, traumatic brain injury, and stroke. Now, there are other neuromodulation-based devices out there, but most require surgical implantation, are not portable, or are not designed to be used outside of a clinic setting. PoNS, on the other hand, is a non-invasive, home-usable device that can be easily transported anywhere. It's already been cleared in the US for the short-term treatment of gait deficits in multiple sclerosis patients, and it has been authorized in Canada and Australia for the rehabilitation of traumatic brain injury and stroke patients. So how does PoNS work and why is it effective? Well, at the core of the technology is a combination of two main components, the mouthpiece and the controller. The mouthpiece contains built-in sensors that detect contact with the tongue and deliver mild electrical impulses when paired with the controller. The controller is where the magic happens. Inside, there's a microprocessor that generates the stimulation waveforms based on pre-programmed therapy protocols. Once turned on and placed in the mouth, the device automatically starts delivering non-invasive neurostimulation to the brain via the tongue. The entire process is painless, and most patients describe the sensation as a mild tingling or buzzing feeling. In terms of efficacy, Helius cites results from their PoNSTEP study, which found that patients who demonstrated higher adherence to the PoNS program achieved up to a 40% greater improvement in gait performance compared to traditional rehab alone. In terms of economics, they estimate that each patient treated with PoNS adds approximately 0.15 quality adjusted life years (QALEs) annually, translating to a modeled cost-saving potential of $7,500 to $12,000 per patient per year. With a home-based treatment format that can be easily tracked digitally, patients are more likely to adhere to the prescribed therapy, which typically consists of 1 hour per day for 5 days per week. For perspective, studies have found that traditional outpatient physical therapy visits average around 30 minutes per session, which pales in comparison to the daily hour-long regimen provided by PoNS. From a market perspective, Helius is addressing a large and growing population of patients suffering from neurological conditions that cause gait impairments. In the US alone, cases of MS are projected to exceed 1 million by 2027, and worldwide, the number of stroke survivors is expected to increase by 50% over the next decade. But it's not just about the number of patients. It's also about the unmet needs within the broader healthcare system. As the prevalence of these conditions continues to rise, so too does the need for effective, long-term solutions that can be implemented across diverse settings. But if the product works and the market is large, why has the stock underperformed so badly? Well, there are several reasons. First, the path to commercialization has been longer than anticipated due to complexities with CMS reimbursement. Second, the recent capital raise exacerbated investor fears around dilution and financial sustainability. And third, lack of awareness around the company's breakthrough device designation in April, which opens the door to faster regulatory review and approval for expanded MS indications. That said, we believe the stock's sell-off has created an attractive opportunity for investors with a high risk tolerance. Over the next 3 to 5 years, We see HSDT stock as having significant upside potential driven by key catalysts like CMS controller reimbursement decision, CE mark filing and EU expansion, and full-scale Medicare coverage policy. Importantly, Helius is led by an experienced management team with a proven track record of success in the medtech industry. They have assembled a strong team of advisors and assembled a world-class board of directors. From a valuation perspective, Helius currently has a market cap of just $42 million and is trading at its lowest levels since IPO. Given our 5-year risk-adjusted DCF model, which implies a fair value of $17.50 per share, we believe the stock has significant upside potential. However, it is important to note that this is a speculative investment given the inherent risks associated with biotech and medical device companies. Nonetheless, for those willing to take the risk, Helius could be one of the most asymmetric opportunities in healthcare today.